There they are. Very handsome. All right. Good job, guys. It's a new look for the team out of North Carolina. Tyler Reddick now joins forces with Bubba Wallace, driving for Denny Hamlin, and former outfielder for the Birmingham Barons, Michael Jordan. I think he played at some other sport as well. Maybe. Pickleball? Yeah, no. Please welcome 2311 Racing, everyone. Next up, let's welcome the rookie, Noah Gragson, and Eric Jones, driving for owner Jimmy Johnson and ambassador, the King, Richard Petty, with 14 combined championships, the newly titled Legacy Motor Club. There they are. Don't catch fire, guys, up there. AJ Allmendinger makes his anticipated return to the Cup Series alongside teammate and your 2023 Busch Light Clash pole sitter, Justin Haley, representing Colic Racing, everyone. I've seen the Cup. It's more of a chalice, so shout indiscriminately if you're actually listening to me. Here they are, everybody. Yeah, Team Colic. Looking to shock the NASCAR world again. Say hello to Daytona 500 champ Michael McDowell and teammate Todd Gilliland, representing Front Row Sports, which is named after the seats with the worst sight lines in NASCAR. Here they are. Yeah. A team steeped in history, marinated in glory, and finished off with a reduction sauce of pure competitive spirit. They're headed up by Hall of Famer owner Richard Childress, with Daytona 500 champ Austin Dillon and the man with the most NASCAR wins of all time, Kyle Busch. Should be fun to watch, if you know what I mean. Say hello to Richard Childress Racing. Yeah. Hey. And now, a team with 200 Cup Series wins and 5 championships. Please cower in fear before the four-headed beast of auto racing, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell, and the namesake rookie, Ty Gibbs. All driving for the coach. It is Joe Gibbs Racing, guys. All right. Next, the team in just its 3rd season looking to change the game. Watermelon Man, Ross Chastain, and my personal and close amigo, Daniel Suarez, representing Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull, and Justin Marks. It's Trackhouse Racing, everyone. Nice to see you. Right on. A team representing a record 14 Cup Series championships. Drivers William Byron, Alex Bowman, the 2021 champion Kyle Larson, the 2020 champ and 5-time most popular driver of all time, Chase Elliott. Please welcome to the Coliseum, Hendrick Motorsports, everybody. Hendrick Motorsports. And finally, when the boss's nickname is Smoke, you better get ready to go fast or open a barbecue restaurant. Please welcome Eric Amarola, Chase Briscoe, newcomer Ryan Preece, along with the 2014 champion Kevin Harvick, Kevin, in his final season. This is Stewart Haas Racing, everyone. Hey. Thanks, Kevin. Lastly, if you knocked over your beer, please flag down an usher, and they will be there momentarily with a replacement. I'm lying. Thank you for tolerating me, everyone. Please watch Animal Control right here on Fox Thursday nights. Enjoy the Clash, Los Angeles. Go get them, guys. Run to your cars.
What a way to start the 75th season of NASCAR in the 100th year of the Los Angeles Coliseum. It's the Clash at the Coliseum. 27 drivers, 150 green laps, and we'll take you along all the way for the ride and wrap it up. Tell you who the winner is and show it to you straight ahead live on Fox.
Okay, cut it.
Ray Magliozzi here. eBay Motors has the right parts at the right prices. Let's see, you'll need headlights and a bumper. At least you can skip the car wash. For parts that fit your vehicle, look for the green check. Let's ride.
It's the Super Bowl pregame party with Jason Derulo and the Black Keys, halftime artist Rihanna, and the guys break down the game. Next Sunday at 1 Eastern on Fox.
Property tax checks being stolen out of the mail and washed and cashed in different people's names. That's certainly unsettling.
A new tax scam on the rise in Travis County. Fox 7 Crime Watch breaks down the recent trend of property tax payments being stolen in the mail. Monday on Fox 7 Austin News at 9.
Introducing Taco Cabana's new 5 Under 5 menu, including Taco Duos, our new Double Crunch Pizza, and our new Cheese Enchilada Bowl. New 5 Under 5 with so many choices, only at Taco Cabana.
This is a 20-turn battle. Fancy footwork, mandatory. Body blows, guaranteed. In the end, grit and determination earns a star. It's stripes. NASCAR returns this March featuring more entertainment, more music, and more Texas-sized fun. Y'all in? Tickets at NASCAR@COTA.com.
Maxwell's got the trucks, man. Maxwell's got the trucks. Right now you're in luck, man. Now Maxwell's got the trucks. Any Ram truck you'd ever want, now Maxwell's got the trucks. Heavy duty jobs are on the town. Maxwell's got them, so come on down. Crew cabs, diesels, quad cabs too. Price just right, there's a Ram for you. Longhorn, Lone Star, you're in luck. Now Maxwell's got the trucks. Maxwell's got the trucks, man. Save yourself some bucks, man. Ram trucks everywhere, man. Come on, drive the best, man. 2-wheel, 4-wheel, everyone's a deal. Now Maxwell's got the trucks.
Hello, Austin. I'm Mark Wallace, and I've had the distinct privilege of leading Texas Children's for the past 33 years. In 5 short years, we have opened more than 20 locations across Austin and Central Texas. And we're not stopping there. In February 2024, we're opening a new state-of-the-art hospital, Texas Children's North Austin campus, which will be led by world-renowned physicians and caregivers.
Texas Children's. The difference is life-changing.
New 5 Under 5 menu at Taco Cabana, including our famous flautas, delicious taco duos, and introducing our all-new Double Crunch Pizza. 5 favorites, all under $5. Only at Taco Cabana.
Good Day Austin brings you the most locally sourced news every morning. 5.5 hours of what's made here, served here. Let's roll. More beef. Good Day Austin.
Warriors from around the world have graced this battlefield for over a century. Tonight, a different type of gladiator steps into the arena.
Clash at the Coliseum. Who will get here?
It's hands on the wheel. Man and machine.
It's go time.
The action, fast.
We got some fireworks over here.
Oh! The competition, fierce.
Go hard, go hard. We got him stacking up.
Who will win over the crowd?
Everybody on their feet. This is the greatest race.
Draw the ire of an enemy.
Gloves are off, boys.
Ride their chariot to victory.
All the marbles on the table.
Few will endure. Most will fall. Only one will emerge victorious.
This is the new NASCAR.
The clash at the Coliseum.
Well, thanks to Michelle Rodriguez for getting us started. Catch her in Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. In theaters only, March 31st. Welcome back to the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Second annual running of this event to kick off the NASCAR season. Totally unlike the Busch Clash that Monty Roberts envisioned when he created this race in 1978. A pole winners only race. 50 miles, $50,000 to win at Daytona to kick off Speed Weeks. Well, the idea of a big event to kick off the season is the same, but we've switched coasts from the East Coast to the West Coast. Got a California kid here joining us. Welcome back. Mike Joy, Tony Stewart, Clint Boyer, and 7-time NASCAR champ Jimmy Johnson joins us after taking a detour through IndyCar land for a while, but you're back.
I am back, and I'm so happy and thankful to be back.
And what races? We know the Daytona 500 is on your bucket list to run this year in your partial schedule for Legacy Motor Club. But do you have an idea how many races or what else you might do?
Yeah, I'm looking at a few things. I'm going to go to Le Mans now, which I'm really excited with being able to announce that and drive the Garage 56 program. But on the NASCAR side, Carvana is on board with me at the Daytona 500, and I'm also going to run the Chicago Street Race. I'm so excited. Had so much fun, first of all, racing on street courses and the IndyCar Series and everything that they have going on in Chicago. I want to be a part of that, and I want to race in that race.
What do you think, fellas? He wants to go where NASCAR has never gone before.
Listen, this guy can get in anything, anywhere, anytime. I keep telling him when I grow up, I want to be him. So trust me, he'll do fine. The one race I would love to see on your schedule, I want to see you run the dirt at Bristol.
I'm looking at a lot of things right now. I hope so. We'll see. The problem is I want like a 5 to 10 race list, and the list is like 12 or 14, so I've got to do a little editing.
Jimmy, my whole career I had to unfortunately race against you, but the whole time, man, this racetrack, LA market, it has Jimmy Johnson written all over it. Did you not see this one on the schedule?
I saw it, but I wanted to come back at a marquee event. The Daytona 500 is our biggest event, but seeing this in person, I've got to come back next year. This is incredible.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Well, now they had Supercross here. They had Stadium Super Trucks here, which you ran. Did you ever run here or get to see a wheeled event here?
Yeah, I did. I actually raced here, and we went up through the peristyles, out into the parking lot, turned around and come back in. And just a little fact, this was a pivotal moment for me in the early 90s. This is where Herb Fischel spotted me, and my kind of Chevrolet relationship and NASCAR career started in 1991 right here.
What a crowd. What an event. You didn't have all the music we have this weekend, though, when you ran here.
No, there was nothing like this environment then.
What a blast.
Jamie, 150 lapper. This is what's on deck. These boys, what do they got going through their minds?
Just don't get hit from behind. The chaos.
A lot of that, wasn't there?
I mean, the transfer position was like a revolving door in those heat races and then last chance qualifiers. But just a lot of excitement. And I'm just, kind of interested how this is going to play out going into the Daytona. Everybody's going to be so mad here, and then you're going to go to a plate track and have to be nice and friendly with one another.
Tony, give him some pointers here. I mean, now he's an owner, right? He's already got the owner look going on. He's got a car out on that racetrack. You've paid a few bills from this place. What's he got?
Yeah, he looks like a miniature Rick Hendrick right now. So he's got his starter kit going on. But
no, that would be Jeff Gordon.
Well, that's true. Yeah, because Jeff actually filled it out a little bit like Rick. So, but he's going the other direction now. He's scaring us. But no, you're going to like this. This is something that is a lot of fun to sit there and have to step into a different role that's different than us being in control all the time. Every time those guys roll off, and as soon as they leave pit road, you have zero control of what's going on.
The worst spectator. The heat's watching our two cars. That was a mess watching them.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad to see you back.
Glad to be back, guys.
You're a big deal in this sport. There's only 3 of them, boys. There's only 3 7-time champions. You're certainly one of them.
Thank you, pal. I can't believe you two are in suits.
Yeah, me neither.
So who are we looking forward to at the front here? I did hear Kyle Busch say that Martin Truex was lights out in the heat. Who else should we? You've been watching all day. Who else should we keep a close eye on?
Yeah, the 19 looked really strong. I thought Kyle had great short run speed. Did a really nice job at the start of his heat. But the lap times are so close, it's really hard to tell. But the 19 did a nice job moving through the field.
Yeah, I think maybe William Byron, if you want to add somebody to Truex. I really think Truex is super fast, but I saw William Byron. He got out front. He was very consistent, and he looked like he had long run speed.
Well, I mean, you just took my guy, so I'm going to go with that 8-ball, man. And Kyle Busch, I think he is poised to take Rick Childress back to victory lane. That was the goal, right? That was the vision in all this move. Let's see what happens, see what he's got.
Well, I love it up here because looking across on this balcony, all I can see are 60s and 70s NASCAR jackets and shirts among all of the beautiful people up here in L.A. Let's join Regan Smith.
Well, Mike, what a difference a year makes for Bubba Wallace. A year ago, had to battle your way in through the last chance race to make the main event. This year, a different story, though. This race car very fast all weekend long. You start 8th. Do you have enough to pass 7 of these guys?
I really do. We passed, what, 2 or 3 in the heat, and man, our DoorDash Toyota Camry is night and day difference from last year. We were at that end of the field, which is not the right end to be. We're close to the front. Excited for tonight. The vibe is really cool here, so just taking it all in and trying to enjoy the moment.
Enjoy the moment, Bubba. Jamie, he's been smiling all weekend long.
Well, Daniel Suarez got the loudest cheer in driver introductions. What does it mean to you, Daniel, to be racing here in Los Angeles, knowing how many fans you have here?
It feels like home. Honestly, Jamie, it really feels like home. You know, I don't get to race in Mexico, so I think that this is the closest it gets, you know. There is so many Hispanics here. I see a lot of Mexican flags around the track and so much support. So just feel very, very fortunate to be here and to be the one that represents all of them. And hopefully I can put a good show for every single one of those guys that are supporting me out there.
All right, best of luck to you.
Thank you, Jamie.
Mike?
Thanks, Jamie. Jimmy, can you stick around and watch some of the race with us?
Yeah, you got it, pal. I'd love to.
All right. We got a big booth. Coming up, opening ceremonies for the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as you are able and remove your hats as the USC ROTC Junior Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to perform today's invocation, please welcome lead pastor of Church Home, Judah Smith.
Let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, we recognize your rulership. You are wonderful, you are gracious, you are kind, and you are compassionate. We stand in this moment and recognize that your love is towards and for each and every one of us. In this exciting event tonight, we ask for your protection over every driver, over every team, and over every single person in this auditorium. In all of these things that we do, we ask that we would see your goodness, your grace, and your mercy. And God, we ask for your protection for our country and for the nations of the world. And we thank you that in all of this, we can have joy, where you give your people joy. And we thank you that you will fill this Coliseum with laughter and joy, connection, and fun. And we thank you for that in your name. Amen.
Here to honor America, please welcome the USC Trojan Marching Band under the direction of Dr. Jacob Vogel as they perform our national anthem. Let's hear it for the Trojan Band and their performance.
The drivers are ready. The teams are ready. The fans are here. The flyover complete. It's the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum next on Fox.
Young, dumb, and wild and free. When I close my eyes, I can see you.
Thanks to Cheat Codes and Dixie D'Amelio entertaining the crowd here during pre-race. Let's join Jamie Little.
Well, Mike, 1 year ago at this very race, it was one that Denny Hamlin would like to forget. They were just terrible. This year, different story. He told me they unloaded off that truck. They were right in the ballpark, hardly adjusted at all on this race car. Went out, qualified third for tonight. So how aggressive is Denny willing to get to go to the front and win this clash, the first race of the season? He told me whatever it takes. This is going to be a good one, Regan Smith.
Jamie, Eric Almirola last season wasn't even in the clash. He failed to qualify through the last chance qualifying race. This season, though, a completely different story for him. He will lead the field to green in his number 10 race car. This car, when I asked both he and crew chief Drew Blickensderfer separately, is extremely good. How good? They both told me that they did not show everything they had in the heat races that took place just a little while ago. Once he got the lead, Eric just throttled back a little bit and maintained a lead. He feels like there's still more left in this Smithfield car that he can go out there and get the job done tonight. Their biggest concern is going to be strictly how the track changes as the sun has gone down and it has cooled off. It's getting ready to get very exciting here.
And that is a big change. Thanks, Regan. It was 93-degree track temperature when Almirola won that heat. The track temp now has dropped 25 degrees to 68.
And we saw this last night when they qualified. It got really slippery. So I think for all of these teams, it's going to be a question mark of how their car is going to drive out of the gate.
Well, and I think it's going to be worse right off the bat in this low air pressure. We know, yes, it was slicker last night. We knew that. We saw that. But you have to have lower air pressure so this thing can last on this longer run that we haven't seen all weekend long yet.
All right, the drivers are strapped in as the sun sets low over the Pacific Ocean. And the lights come on, ready for the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Let's go trackside and meet the event's Grand Marshal.
Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. It's time for the Busch Light Clash. Here to say the most famous words in motorsports from Fox's 911 Lone Star. Please welcome actor and producer Rob Lowe.
From the home of the competitors, the Coliseum. Drivers, start your engines!
Now, folks, there's still time to get your race predictions in for a chance at $10,000 of Clint's cash.
Oh, 10,000?
Yeah, it's Fox Bet Super 6. So get the free Super 6 app on your phone and enter your 6 race predictions now for a chance to win big. Jimmy, you can't play.
Oh, I was just thinking about that. I'd love to take Clint's money.
That's one of my favorite parts, Jimmy. Let's check on Kevin Harvick down there. How about you, Harvick? It's Bory up in the booth. You got us?
Holy cow, I got you, buddy.
Well, wake up now. And let me tell you, come on in. The water's warm. Congratulations on what now we finally, everybody knows what you're going to do. Joining me up in the booth with Mike Joy is going to be a lot of fun. But, hey, that means you only got one more time to try to win this, baby.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to coming up there and having some fun and watching these races, because if it's anything like I think it's going to be tonight, they're going to be pretty entertaining. So I would tell you that it's I think it's kill or be killed tonight. So you better be aggressive and go forward. So it should be fun.
Well, man, we're looking forward to it. How pressing is it? Do you have to go right off the bat? Can you ride a little bit? Can you let this race come to you?
I don't think it'll be like the heat races right off the bat. I think you have to let it come to you a little bit. We're started on the outside again, so we've got that going for us. And I think you're going to have to just let it play out a little bit here in the beginning and then start to turn the pressure up a little bit as the race goes on.
All right, buddy. You're starting mid-pack, so let's see what you got.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we're looking at tonight's Busch Light starting grid. The 4 heat winners will start up front: Almirola, Truex, Hamlin, and Byron. Then the heat runner-ups: Bowman, Busch, Briscoe, and Wallace. Then the drivers who finished third in their heats: Dillon, Haley, Chastain, and Reddick. That takes you through the first 6 rows of this 27-driver field. Then it'll be Gregson, Larson, Blaney, and Preece. Last year's winner, Joey Logano, starts 18th next to Kevin Harvick. Suarez, Jones, McDowell, Elliott, Bell, Gibbs, Gill, and Allmendinger, and the provisional starter, Austin Cindric.
Man, we still got some time, boys. Suppose we ought to try to dial in Martin Truex
Let's
Jr.
get Martin on the hook.
How about you, Martin Truex Jr.? It's Boy and the boys up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Man, oh man, you got that Bass Pro Shops Club looking good. That thing was fast all night long. It was fast yesterday. You're fast in your heat race. What do you got for these guys?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it. Car's really been good. Just got real nervous after qualifying. Started 6th in the heat. I thought it'd be a lot tougher than it was. So obviously got a lot of speed. It's a really, really fun race, and it's nice to be up front. Hopefully we can stay here.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
All right, Jimmy, we had a discussion earlier. The over-under on how many laps it will be before the leader catches the tail end of the field is 11. Where do you weigh in on that?
I think I'm going with the under on that one. It's going to be before that, I think. Once these guys get kind of single file and spread out, the bumper tag that I saw taking place in the heat races, there's bound to be somebody sideways. We saw guys 3 wide running each other into the walls. I think the leader's going to be coming quick.
And I honestly think that's what's going to separate the winner. Whoever ends up winning this thing from the rest of them. It's who can get through that lap traffic more efficiently than the rest of them.
That's easier said than done, getting through lap traffic. I mean, watching these guys try to set up passes to get enough rotation in the car to turn and drive up underneath somebody is really tough to do.
I still think the key is going to be starts and restarts. I mean, you just got to be able to get away, get through a good corner, try to get enough of a gap there to where all of a sudden you can now run your pace. But until then, you got to watch that mirror and you got to be defensive.
Well, you heard a confident Kevin Harvick on the radio. Busch Light is so confident that Kevin is going to win his final Daytona 500 in 2 weeks. They are putting $2 million on the table to go to one lucky fan if he does. Follow @Busch Beer on Twitter and enter for a chance to win at busch.com/win the purse. Jimmy, you're not eligible.
Oh, I can't enter that either?
No, you can't enter that either.
That's a lot of dough.
It is.
All right, boy, the lights are off. One more lap.
So, Tony, is it okay to watch your own cars on track? This is new to me, to be in a booth watching cars that I have ownership in.
It is hard. It is extremely hard.
But Tony does it all the time, and it's all good.
Okay.
We did have the King up here at Darlington in the booth with us, and Richard Petty says, I don't know what race you all are watching, but I'm seeing something completely different. So I understand it's a different point of view.
It's a different point of view.
That's all good.
Jimmy, that actually happened last year. I'm sitting up here, and here he comes. First wreck, wipes his car out. He just shrugs his old shoulders like, oh.
Track temp 68 degrees.
And it's not going to get warmer.
No.
It's going to keep dropping.
You know, talking about lap traffic, that's for Truex, like we just talked about. You heard from him. These guys in the back, it accordions. There's nowhere to go. You talked about it, Jimmy. It's hard to pass. It's hard to set up passes. But they can't afford. These guys in the back of this pack, they cannot afford to just ride because those leaders will be putting them a lap down faster than you know. You said an under of 11 laps, so you got to go.
I mean, I just know what it felt like in Martinsville when I wouldn't qualify well and knew the leader was coming. Once they get single file, they're coming fast.
150 laps is the distance. Only green flag laps count. Instead of stages, there will be a halftime break, and a concert will break out.
I like that. Do you guys think the second lane ever comes in now that we have enough cars on track to maybe work it in, get a little rubber down?
No chance.
No chance.
Heisman winner Caleb Williams is the honorary starter for today's event. And here they come. Green flag. Almirola and Truex with a good launch off turn 2. They're dead even into 3.
There's a little bit of wheel lock up on the outside.
They're behaving better than I thought.
I think they will. I mean, they know this isn't a 25-lap heat race. They've got a 75-lap segment. The air pressures are down. The track's cooling off. Way slicker, it seems like, as soon as the sun goes down. So these guys are going to somewhat watch their P's and Q's right now.
They were 3 wide off turn 4.
Wow.
Alex Bowman was to the inside. And he's alongside his Hendrick Chevy teammate, William Byron, now for 4th.
I think, just much like we saw Kevin Harvick in that heat race, when 2 cars get together, you kind of got to be there for the taking and take advantage of that slip up. Much like just your point when you said mentioned Martinsville. So
3 wide turn 2. Harvick 3 wide all the way down the back straightaway. And he gets the worst of it in the corner.
Much like his heat race, though, that car, he struggles to take off. He has the speed on a long run, but, man, it is a handful early.
Now, Clint, I asked you about the second lane coming in, and I think it might, and that's only because the line is now down below the white line up against the inside wall.
That is the second line. It's just not above, it's below.
3-car breakaway, Almirola, Truex, and Hamlin.
Still barely.
And they have about 2.5 seconds on Alex Bowman, who leads the second pack.
Denny put some heat on Martin Truex Jr. for second. Martin Truex is having a lot of trouble sliding that left front tire. He slid getting into the corner, opened the door up for Denny to take the position.
And he did that from lap 1. I mean, that is definitely something that's an Achilles heel for him right now. He's just struggling getting those pressures up.
How about Bubba Wallace making a pass on the outside? He went around Chase Briscoe the hard way.
And you brought it up, Jimmy. It's a great point. The bottom of the racetrack. They were just barely down there with their left sides. Now all 4 tires down. We saw the same thing last year. It becomes a different line out of protection. You got to protect that entrance so they don't dive bomb you.
It's got to be rough having all 4 down there on those rumble strips. It's amazing to make it look that easy.
Byron now 3rd in front of Kyle Busch, then Bowman and Wallace. And the over is going to prevail. The leaders still have not caught traffic after 12 laps.
And the leader, Eric Almirola, is picking them up and putting them down. This is a car that just quietly has been successful all weekend long. Very fast, especially early.
Looks like I missed the bet. They're at lap 14, and he's just now back in the field.
Hey, what did I tell you? What lap was it?
Come on. Said 16.
You said 16.
Close enough.
It was over.
Well, I mean, you were called a genius earlier tonight.
This is where it's going to pick up. You do not want to go a lap down. Can't afford to go a lap down. 150 lap race. They're going to race that leader hard. See it with Gilliland. He's going to give him all he has.
Todd Gilliland moves aside for leader Eric Almirola. Becomes the first car 1 lap down.
Man, Kyle Busch is giving William Byron all he can handle right now.
Spinner, turn 2. Eric Jones.
Uh-oh. That's one of my cars.
Yellow's out. Yellow's out.
Better get used to this, bud.
Uh-oh. That's got a toe link broke, too, on the right rear, it looks like.
It sure does.
There's Jones outside Kevin Harvick, and here comes Michael McDowell in that black and white 34.
I'm going to tell you, from the looks of that toe link, I think he hit the wall.
First caution flag of the race at lap 17.
Left rear flat as well.
All right, we'll have a look at some replays when we come back as Eric Jones hit the Coliseum on Fox. Without this being too awkward, now that Jimmy Johnson is an equity partner in the 42, the 43, and your own 84, we'll let you analyze this wreck.
Oh, I get to. Okay, thank you.
Oh, no.
I tried to sneak out during commercial, and you guys wouldn't let me, so. Yeah, we looked at this review. It's just hard racing. I mean, everybody's fighting for the spot, trying to outbrake one another into the turn, and 43 comes around. Unfortunately, it looks like the toe link broke when the right rear hits the back of the 4-car. I noticed that Eric is still out on track in his Allegiant Air Chevrolet, so it's gonna turn really good, I think. I'm just not sure how drivable it's going to be as he tries to make some more laps here.
All right, we're going to let you off the hook from there. Thanks for coming by and,
Thank you.
And being a part of this with us, and good luck this season in your part-time return to NASCAR.
I appreciate it. Great seeing you guys. Thank you.
7-time champ Jimmy Johnson.
See you, buddy.
Eric Almirola, our race leader, has chosen the outside for this restart.
Yes, sir. It's kind of surprised me a little bit. And I think pressures have equalized, Tony. I think the 11 car we saw him pass his teammate, Martin Truex Jr. These cars are going to be a little more aggressive here. especially fighting for that win or lead.
Only green flag laps count. 16 of them complete. Hamlin and Almirola for the lead.
Still there. Gap behind him if you want it.
That gap fills up quickly, though.
Yes, it does.
Eric Jones is headed for the infield.
I'm surprised Eric chose that outside. It was his choice. He chose the outside. He must have felt something on the start of that race that he liked. But I'm not
Spinner, turn 2. Well, almost.
I'm not sure that that's going to pan
Christopher
out
Bell got turned around and straightened it out.
3 wide on a... Man.
Almirola got bumped and dumped in turn 2 there.
He did.
There's Bell going around, and then Joey Logano gives him a helping nudge, and he was able to continue.
Man, Eric Almirola is in big trouble going from the lead. Put back to 5th or 6th. His car just doesn't seem to be taking off this run near as good as it did early. Just like you said, Tony, maybe those air pressures, you know, that takeoff speed hurt it on a long run.
And he's going to have to get down. I mean, he's literally stuck back there on the outside with the 48 car right now. If he doesn't get down, there are a whole lot of cars in line waiting to take that spot. Great drive off of 2, though. Now he can get back down.
Oh, around goes Blaney. 3 and 4.
And there's a look at what happened to Almirola getting shoved back, and we are under caution for the 2nd time today.
Ready to go.
Ryan Blaney, watch the number 12.
Just stacking up behind him, much like we saw in the heat race. It really wasn't the car behind him that dumped him. It was 3 or 4 of them. Quite a bit of damage to the front of his car.
Blaney was 11th. Take a little break to clean things up here with 23 laps complete. Big oval at Ontario and more. All right, we have some audio from Eric Almirola's team.
Unreal. They're saying you're outside. Come on, man. They told me to stay close to the pace cars. So that's what you get when you ask me to do that.
Oh, so that tells you he chose the outside. He didn't choose it. That was an accident. He probably was warming up the tires, went by the choose cone on the outside. Man, and what a costly error. Larry?
Yeah, I'm with Drew Blickensdorfer, Eric Almirola's crew chief. Sounds like there was some confusion on why you guys ended up on the outside on that choose.
Yeah, down the backstretch, we came down the backstretch and they said 2 to go and never said choose. And when we got right to the box, we heard choose, and we didn't know we were supposed to be choosing that lap. This lap, they just said 2 to go, you'll be choosing. So it was a little different wording. It caught us off guard. The Smithfield Ford's really fast, so if we can pick a couple of these guys off and set us up for that last 75, I think we'll still be okay. Eric's doing a good job, and I think we got the speed in the car to pass a couple of these guys.
All right, sounds optimistic. Regan Smith.
Well, Larry, awful early in the race for Eric Jones to be standing in the infield right here. We saw the move from Mike McDowell to dive to the inside. Ultimately, just too late to react to it.
Yeah, I couldn't move over. Yeah, I mean, I was clear on the straightaway, but obviously he really wanted the spot. And, you know, when we got spun out, I think we must have got hit in the right rear and it bent the toe link pretty bad. So, I don't know, kind of is what it is. Michael's got me twice pretty good now, which is frustrating, but go on. I think we had a decent car. We were kind of moving up there and felt good about it. But it is what it is. It's a tough little place. It's easy to get in trouble like that. And we'll move on with the Allegiant Chevy to the 500 and hopefully go for a win.
Thanks, Eric.
Tough break for Eric Jones. Now, here's one of the questions in today's Super 6 contest. Where will the pole sitter, that's Eric Almirola, be running at the halfway break at lap 75? And remember, only green flag laps count. So set for the restart. Hamlin, the leader, Second place Martin Truex took the second row inside instead of the front row outside, which is filled by Kyle Busch. Here we go.
Austin Dillon, great restart. Restart in that outside lane, got a really good jump, got himself up to 5th place.
Kyle Busch going after the lead, but Hamlin secures it. Now it's Truex and Busch for second. Kyle Busch in that 8, hanging tough on the outside.
Yes, he is. Just keeps getting a little bit better every single one of these restarts. That one thing that's not getting better is that left front lockup on the 19. He is having trouble. Martin Truex Jr. is having a lot of trouble getting the brakes balanced in the getting into the corner.
We just saw Kyle try to get to the bottom there, and that door closed really quick.
Yeah, by his new teammate Austin Dillon in the 3.
Exactly.
How about this 3 wide toward the back? That's Ty Gibbs on the outside, Todd Gilliland in the middle, and there's a third car to the inside of Gilliland. A.J. Allmendinger. They were 3 wide for half a lap. $11 cars in the first pack, then a gap of about 3 or 4 seconds.
That gap is because of that 99. Daniel Suarez really having trouble getting it down, holding that crowd up. Everybody starts stacking up behind him. Usually, what does that mean, Tony?
Means you're slow and you're going to get moved soon. If you don't find some speed or find your way to the outside, they will help you find the outside.
You're going to be the next one frustrated.
William Byron in the 24 up to 7th. The 45, Tyler Reddick, trying to take it away. Reddick had a great race going here last year, but he and Chase Briscoe fell victim to rear-end trouble.
There's those rumble strips you see. That just takes a little bit of grip away, but it's still the shortest way around. Again, you have to, under these racing conditions where you're just always mired in traffic, it forces you to kind of protect your line getting into the corner. They don't really want to run there to run a lap time, but you have to keep that guy from diving down in on the inside of you.
From Kevin Harvick, looking ahead at Christopher Bell. This is for 19th place. Single file all the way around right now with 36 laps complete. We're almost halfway through the first half of this race.
This is that breather. You're in that car. You just get yourself your composure back. Take a couple breaths because you know it's not going to be long. The leaders are going to be back in lap traffic, and now the pressure's on again. The lap traffic has to get going. The leaders are getting, if you had any kind of a gap as a leader, they've caught you because your laps have slowed down. It really compresses quick on a track this small.
And a lot of times for the leader, they try to get in the lead and try to take care of it. You don't necessarily run as hard as you can, but on a track this small and with all the lap traffic, you want to get as much of a gap as you can because you know when you catch the lap cars, they're not just going to lay over for you. They're racing cars for position, and you're going to need that buffer to try to make moves to start to get a lap car in between you guys.
And that next car to get lapped is going to be Chase Elliott.
Walk me through how to catch him. If you're Denny Hamlin and you've got a little bit of that breathing room like you just talked about, how do I manage that situation to get around that car as efficiently and quick as I can?
Well, you'd like to catch him in a spot where it's not going to cost you momentum, but the hard part is he's not having that luxury right now. I mean, he's got Martin Truex closing. The great thing, Chase Elliott, class act, moved over, let the leaders go. He knows he's having a rough day there. Something probably got bent.
Turn 2. Allmendinger goes around.
Back up, down, easy. Stay down here.
42 laps complete, third caution flag.
It's, again, just right as soon as Denny Hamlin, the leader, started catching them, you can almost put it on the clock. Time's a ticking.
Got to turn around after the 38 here.
Because you're forced to, Tony. You either have to move that guy out of the way or you're going a lap down. That's the only option you have on your plate.
Stuff here, man. I know.
Allmendinger was 22nd. As we look from Ty Gibbs. There's the contact. The front. Night descends on America's second largest city. The bright lights of LA, the Santa Monica Pier. We look across the Hollywood Hills from the brightly lit Coliseum, celebrating its 100th year. And here's a look at the Coca-Cola racing family and where they're positioned, with Denny Hamlin in the lead. Austin Dillon 4th, defending winner of this race, Joey Logano 13th, just ahead of Daniel Suarez.
I love this choose cone rule at a track like this. Look at that cowboy. I hear you, cowboy. Bubba Wallace running third. I don't want none of that. I want to go for the lead. He stepped up to the plate, went to the outside. I hope it doesn't cost him like it did Eric Almirola. We will see.
He could have either started inside the third row or up on the outside of the front row, which he chose.
I still like taking that opportunity on the outside. I'd all the time rather be on the front row than getting buried.
Jamie.
We're under caution for A.J. Allmendinger, who spun. He just came on the radio and said, guys, I just cannot drive this car. It feels like it's out of the racetrack. Can't use the brake, can't use the gas. I'm just in the way.
William Byron will restart 4th. He could have stayed on the inside and restarted 7th, but like Wallace, he's going to take his chance up on the outside after winning his qualifying heat.
You're going to try to crowd him down, maybe on the X of a corner off of 2. You only have a lap, maybe 2. And if you don't get in behind him, if you don't get the pass done now, you better get down quick. There it is. Gained him a spot.
Oh!
How about 2 spots?
Bubba Wallace just bumped his car owner, Denny Hamlin, out of the way.
Actually, the 19 pushed him through his own teammate. But hey, that's the product of it, you know. That's how do you do it? That's how you do it. You're going to have to move them. Everybody's putting the bumper.
3 wide at about 8th place. Bowman trying to make something happen in the middle of that scrum.
Somebody we haven't talked about a lot, Ryan Preece got up there.
Nice job of Preece getting up to 8th place. Just ahead of Bowman. Side by side in front of him as Denny Hamlin cannot get back to the inside.
Bumper. Clear.
Denny Hamlin just keeps going back. Cannot get down. Every single car that gets to him puts another bumper to him. Here's another car. Larson is going under him.
There's just no way to get to the inside for Hamlin.
And he went from the lead to 9th place right there. A matter of 2 laps.
And he's doing everything right as a driver. He's trying to pin those guys down to that apron where the pockets are, where those rumple strips are. That's his only shot if he's going to try to get around those guys to get back in line.
He's got one more corner here, and he needs to get down. I don't know if he's going to get it yet.
Nope. Joey Logano moves up to 11th. He's going to make a try on Hamlin.
He's in big trouble.
Finally, Denny Hamlin gets in line in 12th place behind Chase Briscoe.
25 to the brakes by 1.5 to the 11th. Looks good lap time wise. Nice smooth.
I think he owns that car that moved him out of the way.
Yeah.
He and Michael Jordan. Yes, they do.
I don't know that he could say much about that, though, honestly. I mean, it's so close on those restarts like that, and we've seen it. Last year it was more the initial car behind somebody that turned him, where the field's so much tighter. You're seeing 2 and 3 cars get together, and it's just a log jam. They get there, and 3 cars can definitely push 1 car out of the way for sure.
This starts to remind me of the old conveyor belt style racing that we would see at Bristol or Martinsville. And with that, happy birthday to our former Fox colleague Darrell Waltrip, who had a lot of success at both those places.
Heck yeah. One of the best has ever done it.
Eric Almirola led 16 laps. Denny Hamlin 26, and Bubba Wallace has been out front for 12 circuits now.
Yeah, I was watching, you were riding along with Noah Gregson right there. I was watching him. He was struggling, really couldn't keep the car down. They started courting behind him. And just like we've seen time and time again, once you start holding people up, it's only a matter of time. Finally got it sorted out, got his feet up back underneath of him and got away. Got some breathing room here.
Starting to see a bit of impatience. Kevin Harvick doing a little tattoo on the back bumper of Michael McDowell, for example, as drivers start to get a little frustrated with somebody who might not have the same pace up off the corner. You can see a mark or two there, the paint that didn't start its day on that car.
Hold them up, get your run here off the corner, get them both.
There's only a quarter lap between him and the leader, so he has to, those guys in the back, they have to start pressing, because if not, you're going to get a lap down and you're never going to be able to get it back.
I'm starting to see the cream rising to the top. Bubba Wallace was fast last night in practice, but we've been talking about Martin Truex in that 19 car. Look right behind him, the other car that you picked. William Byron is passing and moving up through this field. Starting to see them front runners, the favorites, and they're where they need to be.
And they're about to get into traffic. Chase Elliott moves aside. He got the free pass on the last caution, so now he is going one lap down. And the leaders will single file inside of him. 61 laps complete. Working 62. 75 will be the halfway break. Here are your Xfinity fastest laps. Eric Almirola, 13:40.
I look at fastest laps, but I don't pay much attention to them on a track like this, and this is why. That lap traffic. You're always in traffic. You may be able to run a fast lap. Point taken is Eric Almirola was the leader when he was in clean air, can run fast. But you can't do that when you're in lap traffic. Now you got to work on raceability. You need to be able to maneuver around so you can make these passes.
Austin Dillon in the 3. I think he had this race circled on his calendar. He had a great night here last year, and he is right up front again in the top 3.
Did a really good job. Just a little bit of a nudge to get William to make a little bobble. Gets a really good drive off of turn 2 there. Makes the pass.
Eric Almirola, the pole sitter, going a lap down to Bubba Wallace.
Wow. Man, such a promising start to the race. I cannot believe 60 laps into this race, he's a lap down now.
He is 23rd if you're playing Clint's game. Looking back from the leader at Martin Truex in second. Well, the 22, Joey Logano, said he would win here in 2022. How about the 23 in 23?
Numbers don't lie. I mean, you look at the history of the sport, how many times the numbers have aligned with years, with dates. It just, in motorsports, it always lines up. And like Clint said, last night he had speed. He had short run speed. He had long run speed. He just looked really good last night.
Bubba Wallace smooth with the wheel in the lead, 5 laps to halfway. We'll have a halfway break where the drivers and teams can work on their cars, and Wiz Khalifa will entertain the crowd here at the Coliseum, as well as you at home.
Turned it up a little bit out back. You're still clear by 2. Coming to 2 to go at the line.
Two to go at the line. You heard that break here. There's some guys that are really wanting this break to come quick, make some quick, subtle adjustments. Other guys really, really happy with where they're at.
Turn 2, Hamlin around.
Man, those two always seem to find each other. The 1 and the 11.
Ross Chastain and Denny Hamlin have a history. They were racing for 12th.
Well, it's not going to go away tonight.
No.
Well, the one's all the way down on the rumple strips. I'm just not sure.
Well, is the door open? Yes. Am I going to say that, sell that as a dive bomb? Absolutely. I mean, that's just the way I see it. You know, Denny Hamlin didn't expect him to dive bomb it in there, but if you're Ross Chastain, you're going to say the door was open.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it was ajar. I don't know if it was open.
Yeah. Well, he opened it the rest of the way, let's put it that way.
Well, and why was it open? You can't run the lap time if you're protecting on the entrance. If you're that low getting into the corner, where are you going to exit? You're going to be way off in the toolies on the exit and get in the marbles, and then you're not going to be able to run the lap. They're going to turn under you then. So the balance of protection versus running a lap at this place is very tricky for these guys.
And that's what we talked about last night, too. It's the corners are so tight here that you can't protect both halves of the corner. If you turn in early to protect, you give up so much on the exit. So you have to put risk versus reward. And like you said, to make a nice lap, you have to open that entry up. But as soon as you open it a little bit, somebody gets their foot stuck in the door and pushes it open the rest of the way.
Well, there have been some changes for 2023, particularly with the construction of this Cup car. Let's take a closer look with Larry McReynolds and the Toyota Cutaway car.
For 2023, NASCAR made some changes to soften the impact when a race car backs into the wall. Let's go to our Toyota Cutaway car and let's look at the chassis or the frame area. At the rear of the center section, what they did with some of the bars is they actually made some of them smaller in diameter. They also made some of the wall thickness a little bit thinner, and then they put some triggers, which are holes in the bar, to make them bend more upon impact. In the rear part of the frame section, they took those two orange bars completely out, and the bottom bars, they actually put an angle in them that lets them bend upon impact. One other thing, they kind of made some of the bumper structure where it gives a little more when a car backs in the wall as well. All this should certainly help when a car backs in the wall in 2023.
Thanks, Larry. Very significant change to these chassis.
Yeah, and I'll applaud NASCAR for that. They did a great job of understanding a problem and not just ignoring it. They went to work very diligently about trying to figure out what was the best solution, work through the problems, and I think this will be a lot better for the drivers this year.
Another change they've made is here at the Coliseum to the safer barrier. When they looked at the speeds generated by these cars here, about 83 miles an hour down the straightaway, under 40 miles an hour mid-corner, they removed every other foam block from the safer barrier after consulting with the University of Nebraska and other experts, so that the wall would have more give to it, given that the speeds here are so much lower than any other track we run. The great thing is that safety is an ongoing mission, and it's a critical mission for NASCAR. And they're constantly innovating to our benefit.
They definitely take it serious, and I know all the drivers and teams appreciate that. Simple things like those blocks, not a lot of people would have thought of that, but you're running so much slower. The inertia, if they hit the wall, is so much less that it just makes it very hard with the amount of blocks that they normally run. So that was an appropriate step as well.
73 complete. We'll have a two-lap shootout to get to the halfway point, and Austin Dillon has chosen the outside of the front row after Martin Truex again decided to line up behind Bubba Wallace. Dillon was next to choose, and he went straight for the front row. Tyler Reddick in the 45 up to the outside of row 2.
And I'm really surprised Martin did not take the outside this time, because you only got to be out there for 2 laps. So you can take a chance. You don't necessarily have to clear the leader. You just have to stay there. So be interesting to see what happens in 2 laps, whether the 3 can maintain his spot there.
He's going to make darn sure he doesn't leave a gap where that 3 can get down. If the 3 doesn't hold the 23 down right off this start, Martin Truex Jr. will be in second.
Little contact between the leaders.
Big hole. Did not. I was surprised Austin didn't try to get down and finish to second. He's not giving up at all.
Bubba kept him up high in 1 and 2. And in turn 3 the same. Truex is going to get through for second.
The lock up there. Quarterback 2.
And caution waves.
Yellow for the break. Yellow for the break. Good job.
Now that 75 laps is completed.
I still think the risk versus reward, I think that was a good choice on his part. I don't think he had anything to lose. With the exception of the 19 slide in the nose there in 3, or I'm sorry, the 23 slide in the nose. If he doesn't do that, he's still got a shot. If Bubba makes a mistake, he takes the lead.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we saw at the last restart. That's exactly how Bubba got the lead. I mean, anything can happen on there. And if you don't take the risk, you're not going to get the reward. And do it now. There wasn't much to lose there.
Now, Eric Almirola got the free pass. He's one of 23 cars back on the lead lap. We are halfway in the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Wiz Khalifa coming up.
Live from Los Angeles, halfway to the finish of the Clash at the Coliseum. We look forward to the exciting conclusion of the race. Right now, let's enjoy the music and entertainment of Wiz Khalifa.
Clash at the Coliseum, how y'all feeling tonight? Hands in the air! We gonna bring it up tonight. I need your hands up in the air, hands up front to back. Let's start it up, Wiz. Let's start it up. Let's go. Come again. Here we go.
We them boys.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I need y'all to sing it as loud as you can. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Hold up. We them boys. Hey, hold up. We them boys. Hold up. We making noise. Hold up. Hey, hold up. We them boys. Hold up. We them boys. Hold up. We making noise. Hold up. We them boys. Hold up. Pop a bottle. Hold up. Let's get on right now. If they smelling on me, they gon' follow. Hey, I'm throwing money on her like she won the lotto. That really must be serious. Hold up. Scared of ice, gon' face your fears. Hey, hold up. Do it just like Dickie Cone and bend it over. Say she never smoked, I turn her to a stoner. A young real one, but I'm ready. Oh, and all the girls call me sexy. Hey, white girls give me becky. But first I gotta roll this up. Baby, hold up. Say, hold up. We them boys. Hey, hold up. We them boys. Hold up. We making noise. Hold up. 2, hold up. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Say, hold up. We them boys. Hold up. We them boys. Hold up. We making noise. Hold up. We them boys. Yeah. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Black stripe, yellow paint. I hear they scared of it, but the pros ain't. Soon as I hit the club, look at the pros face. I hit the pedal once, make the floor shake. Sway insides, hey, my engine roaring. It's the big boy, you know what I paid for it. Yeah, see, and I got the pedal to the metal. Got you under checking game, I'm balling out on every level. I can't the haters talk, but it's nothing you can tell them. Just made $1 million, got another $1 million on my schedule. I said, no love for breaking hearts. No keys, push to start. Yeah, you know what it is. Everything I do it big. Yeah, screaming that's done. When I pulled off the lot, that's done. Up in my town, when you see me, you know everything. I put it down from the whip to my diamonds. I'm in black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, you know what it is. Up in my town, when you see me, you know everything. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. I put it down from the whip to my diamonds. I'm in black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. Everything I do it big. Yeah, screaming that's dust. When I pulled up Let's work. 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 We working tonight. Let's go. It's the Coliseum. Here we go. Diamonds all on my brain, player. Gold watches, gold chain, player. 100,000 champagne, player. Yeah, my money insane, player. Yeah, I'm making it rain, player. But that was just enough plain, player. Back here, and they was running my time of year. If I'm in the club, I get the 100 stacks. I'm always rolling up, so I can love for that. I just know my swag when I'm running back. You feel me? I was on this, but now I'm on the that. You see in my closet, boys on the rack. Without the pen and white, but now I'm going back. You feel me? I got so much money, I should start a bank. Got so much paper right in front of me, it's hard to think. I bought so many bottles, it's gonna be hard to drink. But I'm still going up in my family, giving they rolling up so the bigger the bill, the harder you ball. Well, I'm throwing mine, cause my money long. The quicker you're here, the faster you go. That's why where I come from, the only thing we know is the bigger the bill, the harder you ball. Well, I'm throwing mine, cause my money long. The quicker you're here, the faster you go. That's why where I come from, the only thing we work hard. Everything that you gotta do it. Do your job and do what they hate this so far. Take you nothing, take it nothing from them. I hear them talk, it's so disgusting. I hear them smoking, but it's pain so disgusting. It's OG. And been one since I was young enough to know that bad woman I was gonna be. Most of them don't see. The bigger the bill, the harder you ball. Well, I'm throwing mine, cause my money long. The quicker you're here, the faster you go. That's why where I come from, the only thing we know is the bigger the bill, the harder you ball. Well, I'm throwing mine, cause my money long. The quicker you're here, the faster you go. That's why where I come from, the only thing we work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard.
Hold up.
Y'all having a good time out there? Sing. So what, we get drunk. So what, we don't sleep. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living wild and free. I said, so what? I keep them rolled up, sagging my pants, not caring what I show. Keep it real with my players, keep it playing with my bros. It look clean, don't it? Watch it the other day. Watch how you lean on it. Keep me some fiber with jeans on and roll up bigger than King Kong's fingers. Smoking hoes down into they stingers. And you a class clown. And if I skip for the day, I'm with your chick smoking grade A. That's it. So what? We don't sleep. We're just having fun. And we don't care who sees. We don't care who sees. So what? We go out. Hey. That's how it's supposed to be. What we doing? Living young and wild and free. Y'all sound so good. Yeah. Roll one, smoke one. When you live like this, you're supposed to party. So roll one, smoke one, and we all just having fun. So we just roll one, smoke one. When you live like this, you're supposed to party. So roll one, smoke one. Everybody clap your hands. So what, we get drunk. So what, we don't sleep. Here we go. We're just having fun. And we don't care who sees. So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living young. One more time. 1, 2, 3. So what, we get drunk. So what, we don't sleep. We just having fun. And we don't care who sees. Louder. So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free. My name is Wiz Khalifa. You guys enjoy yourselves for the rest of the night. Peace, love, and take care of yourselves. See ya!
NASCAR fans, it's time to kick off the second half of the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. In the 100-year history of the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, the famed Olympic torch, perched high atop the peristyle, has been lit not only for the Olympic Games, but also during special occasions and at every USC home football game. With us today to carry on the tradition of lighting the torch, please welcome back USC quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner, Caleb Williams. Here to present Caleb with the iconic sword is USC drum major Jacobo Herrera.
The crowd fired up after the whiz. And for the finish of the clash, Bubba Wallace, your leader at the halfway point. Kyle Busch charging. Fox NASCAR continues in a...
Ones to watch. Clint, who are you watching?
Oh, I was hoping you go to me first. You know it's that 19 car. He's running second, but the lowest he's ran all night long is third. Went winless last year, but tonight, my man Martin Truex Jr., he's going to punch the ticket.
Smoke?
Hey, I'm going with the 23 car. You got to take the leader. Bubba Wallace has done an awesome job, led the last 33 laps, and this track is his style of racetrack. He's been smooth all weekend.
Well, Austin Dillon finished third in this race last year. Had a blast doing it. Can he improve that a number or two, or does he end up with his car number for his finish position? We'll see. Those are your Correct One Bank ones to watch.
It's funny how we all pick the cars that are the obvious, starting right up front. 1, 2, 3. Well, but I'm telling you, now it's time to reset. We've had these guys, they've made adjustments, they've talked, they've watched. I think you're going to see somebody surprise you as well in this second half.
We had 4 caution flags in the first half of this race. Last year, we ran the last 60-some laps caution-free under green. I don't see that happening tonight.
I would bet a lot of money that it's not going to be that way again.
Well, just like we saw in those heat races, when you're down and out, the only way you can catch up, you need a caution, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, the teams and drivers are smart. I mean, you take the rules, and as competitors, you always find the best way to use them to your advantage. So if you're behind like that, somebody might get their feelings hurt, but that may be what saves you.
So here's where we stand with Eric Jones knocked out of the race early. There are 26 cars on track, 23 of them on the lead lap. Chase Elliott, A.J. Allmendinger, and Ryan Blaney are each 1 lap down, but eligible for the free pass should we get a caution. With 75 laps to go, green flag laps only count. We're back under green.
Green, so they're half. Barely.
Truex coming for the lead. He and Wallace get together, and here comes Dillon to the inside.
Round goes Ty Gibbs. We've got one around. Ty Gibbs, man, they were 3 wide everywhere, pushing and shoving. There's no way they're going to make that work for long, and they didn't.
Get rolling, get rolling, get rolling.
Told you it wasn't going to go all the way to green like that.
Well, how about just a little way?
Right, Harvick here. Clear low. Clear low. We'll clear low. 3 wide behind you. Coming in.
Got a lot of help, I would say.
Not sure who, but there were plenty of bumpers there to do the job. And it looks like Hamlin was the one who made contact as things got pretty crowded there down in turn 1. We did complete a lap. 74 to go. Martin Truex talking about Austin Dillon.
3 cars shoved the hell out of you there. Where he was going. Yeah, I know where he should go.
That's his crew chief, James Smalls.
That Aussie accent is unmistakable, isn't it?
Well, but he's also, hey, he's sticking up for his driver, and he's prodding him along a little bit too, isn't he?
I want to know where he thought he should go.
Take no prisoners now. You heard Jimmy Johnson stand up here and say, it's take tonight.
All right, A.J. Allmendinger will get the free pass. Regan?
Well, Mike, a number of teams, obviously, everybody on pit road during the halfway break, but a number of teams making significant changes to the race cars. One team that was not, though, Bubba Wallace. That race car just a little bit tight through the center of the corner. Said he wanted a little more turn with the race car. Other than that, very happy, just taking what he can get right now. Jamie?
Well, Regan, the sport's most popular driver, Chase Elliott, has been in the back of the race since the beginning. They actually made adjustments all day long. Yesterday made the car a little bit better, but he got into Ryan Blaney, one of his best friends, and bashed in the nose of that race car. When they came in here, they tried to change it up. They added some wedge there to try to help their driver out, but right now, Elliott, the 9, back in 22nd.
Well, we talked about it, and you see the front of that car. The one thing that we're not going to talk about at all is aero. So doesn't matter how dinged up it is, as long as it hasn't messed the suspension up, that car will be fine.
Each of the 3 manufacturers had a chance to make adjustments to the front of the car for 2023. And you will see different patterns of louvers and area of louvers on the hood than what we saw last year for all 3 manufacturers. Next Sunday, it all goes down in the desert. It's the Super Bowl pregame show on Fox, featuring performances by Jason Derulo, the Black Keys, Chris Stapleton, and more. Michael Strahan sits down with Rihanna, and oh yeah, the guys will break down the big game. It all kicks off at 1 Eastern Super Bowl Sunday, and only on Fox. So that's 3 straight Sundays: the Clash, the Super Bowl, and the Daytona 500.
Pretty good place to be, old Fox, man. I'm telling you, that's going to be an awesome game. Obviously, we know what the outcome's going to be, but I can't wait to watch it go down. Old Strahan, Howie, and the boys are going to have all the action. It's going to be so fun to watch. But just 3 weeks, like you said, what an awesome event here at the LA Coliseum, the Super Bowl, and then, man, the one that I love the most, the Daytona 500.
Great way to kick off our 23rd season of NASCAR on Fox.
I can't believe you guys didn't follow along with. I said we already know the outcome of that game. You know, I mean, you know the Kansas City Chiefs.
What are we going to say that you haven't already said about this game?
Okay, just trying to make sure. Here we go.
74 laps to go. Wallace inside of Truex with Dillon and Byron in row 2.
Priest really rolled in on the outside. Dillon had him stacked up on the bottom. Ryan Priest.
What a move for the 41 of Ryan Priest.
Absolutely. I just said that. There's going to be somebody that surprises us. Right now, that is Ryan Priest. And it's a product of that choose cone rule.
Did a really good job taking the opportunity to get in that hole.
Got one spot at 4 here, the 4.
That would be Kevin Harvick, bringing out the 7th caution, officially counting the halfway break. And Harvick will go a lap. Well, you only lose a lap under caution here, so we'll see where they score him.
Have to go in front of the 12, the last one, then it's the pace car. We can't lose 2 here. So.
This should put just about everyone back on the lead lap. Harvick was 17th when this happened.
There. Right here.
That was Todd Gilliland with the tackle. Oh, sorry, I'm a week ahead of myself.
Kevin has had a very busy and eventful day.
Yes, he has. Ended up working his way. Things go your way, and then all of a sudden the title shift for sure. And right now, Tide is definitely going out for the forward car.
Well, 3 caution flags in the last 5 official laps. I think we'll take a break. 72 laps to go in the Clash at the Coliseum. NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by the Credit One Bank NASCAR American Express card. 78 laps complete. Let's take a look at the Progressive race summary. 3 different leaders, Almirola, Hamlin, and Wallace. So 2 lead changes, 25 cars on the lead lap. And we've had 7 caution flags so far. Last year in the entire race, we had just 5. Ryan Preece and crew talking about the choose.
I mean, you feel like the 23 and the 19 are both going to take the bottom. I mean, if the 3 takes the top, you give up a spot by taking the bottom, but then again, you don't want to get hung out there if he's, you know. I'm sure he'll make his way in. I don't want to be hung up on the bottom either.
So Preece, who has gained ground on the outside, lines up in row 2 behind Austin Dillon.
And he sounds confident, which, I mean, he's picked up 12 spots since the start of the race, so he's probably been working that outside.
Well, stick to what works for you.
Exactly.
And it was that outside. That last restart, he gained a ton of ground. The hard part is he's going to have to, if that 3 gets down, I think he can still, you know, make some hay on the outside. If he doesn't, he's going to be in trouble.
Clear all around, Orange. Still halfback 19.
Preece got to the inside in front of William Byron, so now it's Dillon hung on the outside. As Preece lines up right behind Martin Truex, rockets off the corner in 3rd place.
And this is an event that Ryan, I know, has been looking forward to. This is his wheelhouse. These short bull rings like this, his modified background, this just fits his style.
Now he's to the inside of Truex for 2nd.
That thing rolls the center of the corner.
It does. And the driver, New Englanders called Preece Lightning, is up to 2nd, but there's a pileup on the back straightaway that puts us under caution once again. And it looks like Michael McDowell, Chase Elliott, and Ryan Blaney may have been involved in that. That'll be caution flag number 8. Bell turns McDowell completely around.
Chase Elliott did a really good job of avoiding more contact with that nose.
Eighth caution as we see it from Ty Gibbs' point of view. You don't often see cars spinning out on a quarter-mile track and everybody facing the same way when it's over.
Yeah. Ty Gibbs got hit hard in that left rear, a lot harder than I expected. He's actually the infield. I don't know if they're going to get that one back out there.
Looks like we got a down soldier there.
That camera will not be in use next week. Sorry. Ryan Preece has been the story. He restarted 7th and has worked his way up to 2nd. And as we've talked about this weekend, Preece probably has more laps on tracks this size over the last 5 years than anybody in this field, albeit in a lighter car, a NASCAR modified with wider tires.
He loves these short tracks like this, and he's somebody that through the course of the winter, I mean, he's been a part of our program, but he's at the shop every day. He's in the gym. He's working out. Nobody wants to have success more than this kid does.
Well, I think, watching him yesterday, I saw this kid 6 hours before practice. I was shooting something for work. He was the only driver here kind of aimlessly walking around, a little bit lost. I told you guys in the meeting, it reminded me of my first days coming to NASCAR and how nervous I was. But he has been able to answer the call and is poised to run up front, and he could win this thing.
So let's take a look at today's big move sponsored by Pods, and it is Ryan Preece on the previous restart. Watch the 41.
It worked perfect for him. Everybody got bottled up on the bottom. He stayed on that outside and rolled all the way around him. They stacked up behind Austin Dillon in that 3 car, and that's exactly what he needed.
There was no hesitation either. As soon as those guys bailed to the bottom, he just kept rolling the top until he got to 3rd there.
"69 laps to go, Larry Mack."
Yeah, Mike, I'm here with Booty Barker, crew chief for Bubba Wallace. Booty, what a long way you guys have come in a year at the Busch Light Clash. You're out in front, a little under 70 laps to go. What do you think, pal? I know it's all on his shoulders now.
That's a good-looking suit, Larry.
I appreciate it.
I'm going to let you know. You look good, brother. You look good. We're good, but it's just a matter of, you know how it's going to be. It's going to come to a restart. Everybody's going to hit everybody. Hopefully we're in a good position, but we're strong, and he's doing well. So I'm happy.
Good luck, buddy. Jamie, I would say they're going to have plenty more restarts, though.
Yeah, at this rate, definitely, Larry. Well, Ty Gibbs out of the race. Now they're saying it's a broken spindle. Your first ever Busch Clash. How would you describe your first experience here, Ty?
Yeah, I guess it's called the Clash for the reason. I feel like definitely sucks. I was the pinball tonight. I feel like we were really fast. I just couldn't go anywhere. I picked a bunch of spots off. I got up to about 17th, I think, and then we got spun. And then going right there, I got back on the top, and we went back to the same spot really quickly, and then just got hit in the left front. I mean, it's just nothing we can do. It's a small track. It's a great show. I just wish, we could race more and not be so checking up the whole time. I feel like the whole time we've been riding the brake. I try not to hit people.
Thanks, Ty.
Eric Jones and Ty Gibbs sidelined early with 69 laps to go. Bubba Wallace is your race leader. His mom competed in stadiums like this. She ran track at the University of Tennessee.
Where do you find this stuff?
Told you. I don't think we read enough, Tony.
There's a lot stored up here, Tony.
But it's pretty much what her son's doing right now tonight, racing on a running track, quarter mile. So cool. The only one that I've ever seen, from my career, Tony, was when we went to Bowman Gray Stadium that we have there in our backyard at, Winston-Salem. Cool racetrack, the bull ring, the madhouse, just exactly like this product you see at the Clash at the LA Coliseum.
Bubba's also a newlywed, something you know about. He married Amanda Carter on New Year's Eve in North Carolina.
Congratulations. Married life isn't such a bad gig. I waited 50 years to figure it out, but it's been good so far.
What's the chant at USC or whatever? It's fight on, right? This is pretty much what you're going to have to do to win this baby tonight. Fight on.
Well, let's take a look at some other celebrations that all-time greats have had here in the Coliseum. Super Bowl VII, the undefeated Miami Dolphins. Carl Lewis in the Summer Olympics, 1984. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers had their victory parade here in 2009. Aaron Donald and the Rams, Super Bowl 56 victory parade. And, of course, Joey Logano last year, winning the inaugural Clash at the Coliseum. I mean, Sandy Koufax pitched here. So many great sporting events have happened right here. Jimmy Johnson talked to us earlier about Stadium Supercross and the Mickey Thompson Stadium trucks that raced through the Parasil and then leapt down onto the stadium floor. Just a wonderful place. And as we talked yesterday, so many great stadiums suddenly find themselves obsolete. Not enough seats, not enough suites. They get torn down, new ones get built in their place. But this Coliseum has endured.
The view off the top of this Coliseum is the prettiest view out of any place I've ever been. I know, Coliseum, whatever. I'm talking gorgeous. City in the background, Hollywood Hills. Very, very cool and historic.
So Bubba Wallace, your leader. Ryan Preece, former champion of NASCAR's modified division, grew up in a racing family. His grandfather, Bob Judkins, built winning modifieds for Eddie Flemke and the heroes of the 60s and 70s. Gene Bergen started the Pinto Revolution in the modifieds. His dad, Jeff, did some racing on local short tracks, but Ryan cut his teeth on the Silver City quarter midget track in Meriden, Connecticut, which was also the birthplace of Joey Logano's career.
Did you know that, Tony? Did you know there was a Pinto Revolution?
Again,
what the
just
hell
like
is a
you and
Pinto
Genius,
Revolution?
Well, that's Pinto Revolution. I didn't think I'd ever hear in the same
Everybody
sentence.
in the modified division was running coupes and coaches with bodies built in the 30s and 40s. And Jack Arute at Stafford Motor Speedway, Jack Sr. said, we need to get younger fans involved, and they need to see cars they relate to. And Bob Judkins built a Pinto, and the rest is history.
Well, let's go, because the lights are out, boys. We just went a time through lesson in time, history of motorsports. Learn something every day with you, Mike.
69 to go. Bubba and Martin up front. We're back under green.
41 on the bumper. Half off, still up top. Still there. Still there, top. Barely. 41 on the bumper. Shoving.
Truex is hustling hard. How about the 41 to the inside? Bubba closes the door. Another caution. Gilliland around right in front of the leaders. Look out.
Todd Gilliland's had a busy night. That'll be caution flag number 9.
These Toyota boys are in trouble. This Ford, with Ryan Preece behind the wheel of it, he's going to the front.
But in that exchange, Truex got back to second.
38. Shooting a 38, come on.
That is not the first meeting of those two tonight. And may well not be the last.
Maybe revenge.
Larry Mack.
Yeah, Mike, I'm here with Chad Johnson, crew chief for Ryan Preece. Your first outing with Ryan Preece, looking pretty good. Can you pull this thing off?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is what Ryan grew up doing, so, you know, I think we've put ourselves in good position here for this last stage to get this United Rentals Ford Mustang in victory lane, hopefully.
Well, he knows his way to victory lane. He won several races with Kyle Larson over Chip Ganassi Racing.
With this Super Bowl, you have a chance to win $1 million of Terry Bradshaw's money. $1 million. Only on Fox Bet Super 6. So just download the free Super 6 app on your phone now and enter your 6 Super Bowl predictions for a chance to win $1 million. Here's some 41 team audio.
With Bubba, I know Freddie knows a lot of my moves, and 4's better than 8, so I know he'll use me up some, so let's just try and get there to the end, then give him a little bit of short track racing.
When Preece was growing up in the grandstands at Safford, one of the hot shoes was Ronnie Bouchard, who ended up in the Cup Series and won at Talladega for Jack Beebe. Bouchard did what nobody else did on every Friday night at Stafford. He would practice running the outside because he knew that's where he would have to go to pass people to win the race, which he did fairly often. And that's what Ryan Preece has done here tonight. Work the outside to get himself up to the front row, and that's where he's going to restart opposite Bubba Wallace.
Well, they just get compressed down on that inside, and it's so much. If one car holds that lineup and they start getting into one another, you can roll on that outside, and that's what he's done.
Back to green.
Don't sleep on that Alex Bowman either. Slowly but surely, quietly getting back up there to the front.
Preece clears Wallace for the lead.
Something we haven't seen a lot of. Cars passing for position on the outside.
Alex Bowman in the 48 trying the same thing on Martin Truex. Joey Logano on William Byron. This is for 7th. Caution, turn 2. Allmendinger piled up with Cindric and Bell. Tenth caution flag. Coming on lap 86. That's just too many cars making contact to count.
Well, that's just it. You just got to run a few laps to get them spread out enough to where you can make those laps. It's so compressed, so tight, they just can't get away from one another. As soon as somebody gets the least little bit sideways, it stacks up behind them, and eventually somebody's going to run you over.
The longest green flag stretch since the Wiz Khalifa performance.
I mean, every time you look right back here, and it's just they get stacked up too tight, and it's only a matter of time.
And we talked about it. We thought the first half of this race would be somewhat, for lack of better terms, mild. Everybody would be pretty well behaved, but you know, with a 75-lap run to the finish, that business is picking up. Guys, the give and take is all take and way less give.
Well, in my opinion, what's going to change, though, is that I just circled back there in the back, that's going to go away out of the equation. Business is going to pick up front. They're going to start getting them elbows up and throwing some haymakers up there. You can look up there, look all 4 of those cars, not a scratch on them. You go back there in the pack, them things look like they've been in a demo derby. That'll change.
The ones in the back have been in a demo derby.
But hey, don't you think for a second that is the way it is at Martinsville, or anywhere else we go? I mean, that's the case. If you're back there, that ain't the place to be. That's the meat in the sandwich that you do not want to be. Bad part of the town.
I found this interesting. Of the top 6 drivers right now, only Bubba Wallace and Martin Truex have the same crew chief they had last year. The other 4 are all new pairings, Larry Mack informs us.
New broom always sweeps good. Like his choose cone. Check it out.
Yep, Bowman to the outside of the front row, opposite Priest. In a week and a half, we'll see if Alex Bowman's record string of front row starts in the Daytona 500 can continue. Five years in a row, he's qualified either first or second for the Great American Race.
A little different complexion on the front row of this restart than what we've seen.
A couple of hungry hard Chargers, Priest and Bowman. Also in yellow, last year's winner, Joey Logano's worked his way up to 7th on this restart. Took the caution flag in 8th. Picks up 1 spot. Here we go, 65 laps to go. Oh, Logano drilled Kyle Busch, and around goes the 8.
These boys ain't giving him an inch tonight. Not for 1 second. He will not be happy in that 8 car. Kyle had a pretty good hot rod.
Watch the yellow 22.
Oh, wow.
Went a long way to get there.
He got in way too hot, obviously. I don't know. It was almost like didn't have brakes.
Chase Briscoe's view of this.
Wasn't really a dive bomb or trying to fill a hole. It just didn't stop.
Keep rolling, Kyle. Up. Keep coming. Go
And you really can't fault him for it either. I mean, you can't afford to leave that door open like that. So, I mean, you got to dive down in there. And it wasn't like he slid a half a car off the bottom. It's just such tight quarters.
It was a product of the accordion in front of him. He was trying to fill the hole and then ride all at the same time. Boom, they meet.
That will send Kyle back to 25th. You know, 64 laps to go. Ryan Preece leading Alex Bowman and Bubba Wallace in the clash at the Coliseum.
Go. Here's the thing about wrong turns.
What the heck was that?
They invite serendipity.
Whoa!
The unimaginable. The unexpected. The unforgettable.
Hang on.
So embrace wrong turns. Because you never know
Hey.
where your next wrong turn will take you.
Look at this.
Wow.
Toyota, let's go places. And Doug.
Hey, man. Nice base. Clearly you're a safe driver. You could save hundreds for safe driving with Liberty Mutual.
They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Woo! We gotta go again.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Dad, you all right?
The road to college can be expensive. Luckily, Bank of America lets Dad switch his Choice Cashback category, so he earns more on gas.
With the Bank of America customized cash rewards card, you just can't stop getting rewarded.
We got the house! We did it!
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
You got this, Carlos!
Thanks, Advance.
Like Advance.
I'm the #1 fan of Advance Auto Parts, and I am here for the free battery tests.
Test!
Wow, I guess you are a big fan.
I got season tickets.
This is how we advance.
This is for the real ones, the fans that live for this. The type to get there early and love explaining why a 4.25 is effective against an RPO. This is the USFL, reborn from the OGs. The hits, the picks, the dimes, drive so long you have to stop for gas. This isn't some Hollywood knockoff. This is Dragons, USDA primetime football. Just ask these guys.
You better recognize the real.
Accept no substitutes.
The Busch Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. If you encounter a black bear, do not run. It may stimulate the instinct to chase. Instead, make yourself appear bigger. Bigger. And speak firmly in a loud voice. Busch. Good boy. Head for the mountains.
One lap to go on a full moon Sunday night in Los Angeles. Berlin, Connecticut's Ryan Preece, your race leader. Tucson, Arizona's Alex Bowman. On the outside, Bubba Wallace. Martin Truex, row 2. Austin Dillon, Kyle Larson. Byron, Reddick, Haley, and Briscoe, the top 10. 64 laps to go. Green flag.
Did a good restart that time. Both cars.
I think Bubba Wallace cut Truex a break there, led him in third, Wallace fourth, side by side for fifth with Dillon and Byron.
Starting to see Truex's car come to life. The pass of his team, Toyota teammate getting around Bubba Wallace was big. I told you that 48, he's strong. That car is very strong. Alex Bowman wants it.
Yeah, he put the bumper to Priest down in turn 1.
Priest is going to have to race him hard if he can get underneath of him. If he allows Alex Bowman to get under him, the 19 is going with him.
They were 3 wide for half a lap in the back. Kyle Busch trying to get back up toward the front after being spun by Joey Logano. Rush hour traffic.
That's right. Bad part of town back there. You don't want to be there.
First side-by-side battle is 8th place. That's Haley with the 45 of Reddick. And Haley prevails.
Still clear by half.
McDowell and Logano side by side into turn 3, and on the inside McDowell is going to get off the corner first. Everybody back on the lead lap now as we settle into this second half. 55 to go.
That's right. Finally getting settled in. Everybody's getting spread out a little bit, getting comfortable. We're going to log some laps now. Them drivers out there are thinking the same thing. Finally we get some room. It won't take long. We'll be right back in lap traffic. Pressure cooker turns up.
Well, you finally get in a rhythm now. It's hard to do that in 2 or 3 laps after a restart where you really just don't have open racetrack to get in that flow, get yourself settled in.
Back to conveyor belt racing. The field is single file. Time for a full moon Sunday night. Fox NASCAR, crank it up.
T4 50.
Spinner in 2, and that'll be Justin Haley. With 44 laps to go. And Haley went around from contact. He was 8th. Fastest qualifier yesterday. I think he and Tyler Reddick might have gotten together. Tyler Reddick got sent there
with help off the 14
by the 14, Chase Briscoe. Not sure how many drivers are shifting several times a lap. We know Chase Briscoe is.
Consistently all weekend long, and he did that last year. You know, sometimes I can see that car really pull somebody off the corner, but talking to Kevin Harvick and some of those other guys, I've asked them if they've been doing it. They said it's hard to get the power down, abuses the rear tires. They've kind of elected to get away from it.
Well, let's hear from Justin Haley and his team.
It was on purpose. He knew what he was doing. Oh, yeah. You see him. He got permission to do whatever.
"12 caution flags so far, and of our 27 starters, only 9 of them are not listed as having been involved in one of those caution flags. Ryan Preece has now led 25 laps. You hired Ryan Preece, Tony, as a reserve driver last year, which obviously paid off when a seat opened up that you needed to fill. What did you see there?
Well, I've seen his modified career, and I just know how good he is in a modified. I know how good he is at short track racing. I know his work ethic. I know how hard he works on the race cars. He just has a lot of depth and knowledge of what's going on, why the car does what it does, what to do to fix it. He's just one of those guys that deserves an opportunity.
And there is a big part of it. Those 2 Xfinity wins. Preece mortgaged his house to rent a ride in an Xfinity Series car that was good enough to win, and he did. That definitely helped move his career along.
Well, I can tell you how good his career was going before that. He had a house to mortgage. I didn't have a house to mortgage when I was his age.
There you go. Ready for the restart. 44 to go. Preece and Bowman once again. Truex and Wallace on row 2. Dillon and Byron row 3.
Yeah, outside quarter.
Bowman drops in second. Truex not going to give him room. Too late for playing nice.
Yeah, and Alex did a good job of getting himself down. He's going to do it again right here.
He's entering a lot lower on your bumper.
Oh,
watch how much room inside quarter. Inside quarter.
Whoa, around goes Briscoe.
Stay green.
Uh-oh. Chase Briscoe was 10th. Here's the overhead view of it.
Yeah, it all starts right there. Just going too hard. A little bit of patience on these restarts goes a long ways. I know you can't afford to get them too strung out, or you can't make a pass, but you got to get to the end of this thing too.
My half to the 1. Keep rolling top here. Stay up, stay up, stay up. Keep coming. Gas it up. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. Hold the brake.
Noah Gragson got a piece of him there.
For me, though, it all started right there. Reddick dove in there pretty hard on Kyle Larson, and that crowded to 14, stacked up the 42 into him.
And it looks like the 42 turns out. It's not that he's trying to take the 14 out, but he sees what's developing in front of him. He's making a move to get away from it. Just happened to clip.
Reddick's dive bomb's what started that whole thing. And you can see by his eyes, had no clue anybody beside him or anything. You know, you're hearing your spotter in your ear tell you, but it's too late. You're along for the ride. That's one thing with these cars, and like the A-pillar, if you will, when you're looking out the windshield of these cars, these corners are so tight that it's really hard to see. You're almost wanting that A-pillar to not be there. You got roll cage, you got roll bar padding, the A-pillar itself with the body, very difficult as tight as those corners are to look around the corner.
And that doesn't come into play anywhere else that we go, but to your point, these corners are so tight and the A-post is so far forward that it is very, very hard to see through that.
Now, fueling is not allowed. This race is just 150 laps long, but Larry Mack, with all these caution laps, is fuel even a question here?
Yeah, it really isn't, Mike. I mean, they had to start full of fuel, and you know, you don't use up much fuel in caution anyhow, especially on a quarter-mile track. Hadn't heard any concern whatsoever on that, though.
Okay, thanks. Just checking. Same restart lineup in the first 3 rows. Preece and Bowman up front. Truex and Wallace. Dillon with Byron. Larson and Reddick, then Gregson and Chastain, row 5. 41 laps to go, and we're back to green.
Really surprised Alex didn't try to move down and get behind him. Now I finally did. Almost waited too long, giving Truex a chance to get up beside him.
These restarts, he's done an excellent job of getting off the corner on that outside line.
Ryan Blaney in the 12, moving back up into the top 10 for the first time in quite a while.
With the 12 now. Inside even.
Tyler Reddick outside him. Ross Chastain right behind. That's the best battle on the racetrack as Preece pulls away and Blaney goes for a ride into the turn 2 wall. Fourteenth caution flag. Ryan Blaney was 9th, and that car is bent at the front.
It's had about a lot of abuse today.
Not very often you see these composite bodies with a full kink on them like that. This time it's hurt.
Blaney, far right of your screen.
Just look at the accordion, though, all of them.
The 1 hit the 45, hit the 12, and maybe more.
And he did a good job of back steering and catching it. The problem is he just ran out of real estate to get then turned back to the left to finish the corner.
Well, I mean, really, the freight train pushed him through. I mean,
Sure.
it literally was. It was 5 or 6 cars launched him.
And that's the thing. You imagine just being in the seat and you're just running your line. You go in and make a nice entry, and then all of a sudden you just get hit in the back and have no idea why it happened.
All right, here's Ryan Blaney's team on that one.
Okay, who was it? The 1 or the 45? Not the 45. It was either the 1 or what's behind that, but I don't know. The 45 got sent. Yeah, you need to find out. Over it.
Yeah, the 45 was the combo ball in the middle, so it was either the 1 or whoever was behind Ross Chastain that initiated that.
There were a lot of variables in that equation, by the way.
This is short track racing,
right?
How many short tracks you been at with a full moon trying to pull this off on a night race like this? You can have this race tomorrow afternoon and the night after that, and you're never going to have the same outcome. About the time you think that it's just going to be this calamity, every single time you get in a corner, the thing goes long and runs, green the whole time. You just never know when you have a product as small as this tight little bull ring and the LA Coliseum.
So this time the first 6 are just as they were. Priest and Bowman on the front row, Truex and Wallace, Dillon and Byron. Then it's Larson and Gregson in the 4th row, Reddick and Chastain in row 5. Just ahead of last year's winner Joey Logano and Michael McDowell. And look who's right behind Joey Logano, his old pal, Kyle Busch.
You think by now he's kind of forgot what happened?
Asked and answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still have 40 laps to go. A lot of racing.
Green flag. Wow, Ryan Preece is just so smooth on these launches, and he gets great drive off the corner.
Yeah, this time Alex Bowman hasn't had that opportunity to get down yet. Martin Truex, I guarantee you on every one of these restarts, he's tried to figure out what has went wrong and what he can do better to improve on it. It definitely looks like it's showing up this time. You can't give a veteran driver like him this many opportunities to figure it out, because he will figure it out.
Bubba Wallace leans on Bowman for 3rd.
Shoot him. We're about half back to the 3, one back to the 3 now.
It's just that stayed one last corner too late, too long before you got down, and now you're in big trouble. He needs to try to get it down off the 2. He's leaning, but it's still, that hole is filled with Austin Dillon.
And he had the opportunity the last lap off of turn 4. That cost him, well, it cost him just 1 spot there, but that was a spot he didn't need to give away at that point.
Meanwhile, Kyle Busch is alongside Joey Logano for the last 3 laps, trying to move up on the outside, and does.
5%, 8 now.
Boy, Kyle has good drive off. He picks up another spot on Reddick.
He's just going where they're not. I mean, you can't pass them if you're following them, so. He's going to have to take the opportunity to get down now. I mean, the concept of everybody being log jam on the inside, that's gone away. They're kind of getting sorted out, and he's going to have to get down eventually.
He almost cleared Reddick about 3 laps ago, but just not enough to pull down without contact. Now he's got him.
He's picking him up, putting him down pretty good. Moved up through the field about as good as anybody.
And here comes Martin.
I think you're starting to see what cars have the best balance underneath of them now. What are rotating? Which one's making the most grip? And just like what we've been saying all weekend long, this 19 is bad fast on a long run.
Second longest green flag run of the second half of this race.
Where we mentioned at the beginning, moved to the inside.
For the lead, Martin Truex.
Oh, got him.
Bumper clear.
Pretty big contact.
Where we had been talking about the 41 car was really rotating through the center of the corner. Now Martin Truex's car is rotating through the center of the corner better than the 41.
Truex needed the provisional to make this race last year, but he has been out front here much of the weekend. First time he's led tonight, but he's pulling away.
Yes, he is. You see it rotate really fast, low and straight off the corners. Got that left rear down and digging. Everything you want inside that race car.
Oh, Priest gets hit by Dillon.
Priest has
He's
trouble.
having trouble.
Still coming here. That's all what you got inside. No, it's an electrical problem.
An electrical problem for Ryan Preece. What a shame.
It's like it completely stalled out on it down the front straightaway.
A couple times.
So he's dropped to 4th, trying to rally here against Bowman.
And look how it stacks them up behind these guys. That's all it takes. 2 cars get running side by side. Everything went from strung out to right back stacked up on top of one another.
Preece is back to speed, but now he's fighting for 5th against William Byron.
I was going to say, I'm not sure if it was a battery and he was able to switch batteries or what, but it seems like it's up to speed again.
Yep. 15 laps to go.
I tell you, this Austin Dillon is impressive. That Rich Childers bringing Kyle Busch over to that stable at RCR. That's going to help everybody. It's going to pick everybody's game up. And I think that 3 car is proof in that pudding.
Michael McDowell slowed off turn number 2, but now he's picked the pace back up after going a lap down.
Yeah, he's trying to pull over and find a hole, but I don't think he can get off the racetrack.
Nope.
He's going to draw a caution.
Going to stop there at the entrance of turn 3. Now he's got to brake in traffic.
Maybe not.
To get around. Ten laps to go next time by. For Martin Truex, we'll see if McDowell can make that turn and get his car off the racetrack. Chastain up to 8th. Preece falls to 9th. Ten laps to go.
Caution.
That's for McDowell.
Oh, with 9 to go.
Well, buckle in for a little bit, guys. We're going to be here for a while now, I got a feeling.
This might be the record for the longest 10 laps ever. You never know.
Martin Truex Jr., whose dad was a star of the Busch North Series of NASCAR. Had some big wins. His Uncle Barney fielded modifieds in New Jersey and throughout the Northeast. And Martin Jr. himself a NASCAR champion. Out in front now for 16 laps. AMR safety team is going to help Michael McDowell off the racetrack. Let's check with Jamie.
Well, Austin Cindric out of the race as well, so he's standing here watching with the rest of us. What's your take on tonight's race and just what you've seen so far?
Well, I think the craziest thing sitting here and standing here under caution is listening to every driver try and warm up their tires, because cold tires are a bit of a problem when the track surface is this slick and new, and every driver's doing burnouts, doing whatever they can, something that you wouldn't see at any other racetrack because of it. But obviously a 10-lap shootout is going to be a little wild. I'm sure Truex didn't want that, but yeah, the stacks, as far back as I was tonight, the stacks on the restarts were nuts, like nowhere else that we have.
Thank you for your time. Mike?
Thanks, Jamie. It's probably appropriate now to go over the rules for overtime, which are unique to this race. Normally, in a NASCAR race, you would have a green-white checker overtime if the caution were to come out prior to the white flag or checkered flag lap. In this event, if the leader does not take the checkered flag under green, they will re-rack the field and go green-white checker. 2 laps to finish it off, much as usual.
Yeah, and I'm going to say we're going to exercise that. Watch, here's the choose. This time, Austin Dillon shows that inside. That surprised me. I thought he was going to try that outside. But back here, this is where it gets pretty tricky. They're trying to watch what's in front of them, waiting on their spotters to say, all right, 2 cars on the inside, 3 cars on the outside. That tells them where they want to be.
How the complexion of that front row changed on those restarts after the same 2 pair. Now we're back to the 23 and the 19 on the front row.
Bubba Wallace used this same move earlier in the race to get to the lead. He was actually trying to get down, and they ran into the back of him, pushes through Martin Truex. He assumed the lead, but nonetheless, it was effective.
Summer shootout, baby. Time to get it. You know Hugh? You damn right.
It was Freddie Kraft.
I think they're having some fun tonight.
That's the radio communication at the front of the field. And it's not the way it's going at the back of the field.
Sad but true.
Pace car is in, 10 laps to go. Truex and Wallace up front. Dillon and Bowman. Kyle Busch up to 5th on this restart against William Byron. Green flag.
Still there. Still there. Still there. Quarter. Still quarter. Still.
Bubba slipped up. Austin Dillon gets under him. He's in the back.
And
bringing a little bit back.
And Kyle Busch goes after Bowman. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all but welded together here.
Oh boy, contact.
3 wide.
Nice, just move, be disciplined here, discipline.
So Kyle Busch is going to come out well on this one.
All the way from the back, too. 8 to go. It's time to go.
Dillon gives the boot to Bubba. Into the wall. Wallace goes.
That radio communication isn't going to be that good now.
No.
That was not pretty.
I get rolling here, get rolling. Before the leaders get there.
They were leaning on each other from the get-go on that restart.
Yeah.
Wow, that was the high, hard one.
Yeah, it's really hard to sit there for these guys and say, I didn't really do anything. It's pretty obvious here.
I mean, that contact was so far before the corner, and with such force.
Well, it came from way back. But like I said, they had been leaning on each other since the restart.
Yeah. It was going back and forth.
Quarter, clear, trying to get to your bumper, going to move you.
That one finished the argument, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to get moved, Tony. It's another thing to get drilled into the wall.
Yeah, it was, oh, there we go.
You know, I heard you say that, Mike, and this is one thing that's legitimate about these new cars. Have a lot of tire underneath of them. They have a lot of grip. You can no longer just kiss them and move them up and do the things, the old bump and run like, you know, you used to see Tony do with the old cars. These things on a short track like this, you got to hit them hard to get them to move them. And if you hit them just that much too harder than that, they're going to spin around in a big way.
Well, it's got all that surface area of the tire, and once you get it moving and once you get it unstuck, it will slide and keep going.
So, Larry Mack, is my foolish question more appropriate now?
Your foolish question is not foolish anymore, Mike, because here's what I have found out. Michael McDowell in the 34, Todd Dillon in the 38, they ran the last chance qualifying race. They are sitting in the infield because they did run out of fuel. And remember, there are 4 more cars out there that ran the last chance qualifying race. Teams were able to refuel after the heat races.
Oh, wow. But not after the LCQ. Wow. Kyle Busch has chosen the outside of the front row. He is now up against his former teammate, Martin Truex Jr., while his new teammate, Austin Dillon, is in row 2 against Alex Bowman. Then Bowman's teammate, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, who has no friends in the first 5 rows, William Byron, Ryan Preece.
I am shocked we're talking about Kyle Busch again in this race. I thought he was down and out. He has a shot.
Reddick, 3 wide to the inside, gets into Larson. They're going to be 3 wide off the corner, and Reddick is going to pass the whole row. Six laps to go.
How bad do you want it, Tony? Look at this in the back. Holy cow, I don't think we're going to get there.
We might not finish this lap. 3 wide into 3, mid-pack. They made it.
16 into the wall again.
It's hard. We see these first 4. They're kind of getting strung out just a little bit until 3 gets under.
3's better than Kyle. Kyle let him go there. Kyle slipped up and missed 2 laps in a row. He let him go, I think.
Austin Dillon, 3rd last year, 2nd right now with 3 to go. 6-car breakaway. Priest leading the 2nd pack from 7. Two more laps.
Still maintaining 8 here. Coming back to 1 to go. Nice and smooth.
Truex opens it up as the white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
He wants to get around here as fast as he possibly can. They're 3 wide behind him. They're trying down here.
They're trying to pile it up, but Martin Truex comes off turn 4 to the checkered flag. Here comes 3 wide, 3 rows back as everybody scrambles to the finish.
They're still wrecking. Frustrations galore. There's one guy happy and a bunch of them mad. How about you, Martin Truex? Fastest car won this race, guys.
That's right. That's right.
Martin Truex Jr., the 42-year-old from Mayetta, New Jersey. 12th time in the Clash. Took the provisional and finished 15th last year, and he will go to victory lane. It'll be the 7th Clash win for Toyota.
Amazing what a year will do for you.
Truex was considering retirement last season. Said, nope, I want to give this another go. He says, and I'm coming back to win.
Well, tonight, he's glad he made that decision. You know, you sit there and watch wreck after wreck, and, you know, a lot of these guys are going to get out and say, you know, traffic and conditions were a big part of the problem. But that guy right there, he didn't qualify good. It was the fastest car, worried sick about qualifying good, started his heat race 6th, got up through him, put himself in position to where he could take care of that car and keep the fenders on it. You can see a little bit of brushing here and there, but that baby's in victory lane.
And a big night for Richard Childress Racing. Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch coming home 2nd and 3rd for RCR. And we'll have something tonight that we've not seen in NASCAR. A medal ceremony here at the Coliseum for the top 3 finishers.
It's only fitting at the LA Coliseum, right?
Right. Martin Truex, James Small, the crew chief, Drew Herring, the spotter. Get to celebrate in style.
Exactly what you said, Clint. He just was smart all weekend, and especially today. He had good speed yesterday, just didn't have a good qualifying run, but I think that heat race really showed how strong that 19 car was to start 6th, to get to the lead like that.
Yeah, as we see week in and week out, you know, the best man doesn't always win these races, but for sure this weekend, I'm fairly confident in saying that the best car won.
To Jamie Little.
Well, Martin Truex Jr. has done a lot of things in his career, but winning the Clash is one that you never accomplished until now. What a mess it was for you guys here last year, but what was the difference tonight? You guys were good from the time you unloaded.
Yeah, just a really good race car. The guys did a great job with this Bass Pro Shops Club, Toyota Camry, Tracker Boats, Reeser Fine Foods, Auto Owners, True Timber, Rock, Cessna, just all of our partners that let us do this. Last year was a pretty rough season for us, you know, with no wins, and to come out here and kick it off this way, just really proud of all these guys. And tonight was just kind of persevere, not give up, and just battle through it, and we found ourselves in the right spot at the end. So sometimes they work out your way, and sometimes they don't. Tonight it went our way, and we made some good adjustments too.
Martin, take this rowdy bunch of yours, head over to the podium. You're getting a big trophy and a gold medal.
And that Busch Light. Let's go.
And that too.
Truex led the final 25 laps tonight. Here's Regan Smith.
Well, it was a strong night for RCR. Second and third place, Austin Dillon, Kyle Busch. Austin, you got there, just couldn't quite get it done at the end of the race. We also saw some contact with Bubba Wallace. Things got wild at the end.
Yeah, it did, and I hate it for Bubba. He had a good car and a good run, but you can't tell who's either pushing him or getting pushed. I just know he sent me through the corner, and I saved it 3 times through there, released the brake, all kinds of stuff, and then when I got down, I was going to give the same. Probably it was a little too hard, but Get By Ethanol Chevy was pretty good. It's beat up, used up. Teammate let me go try and get Truex at the end. That was nice, and yeah, it's been fun. Hopefully we can do this more often.
First race for Kyle Busch with your new race team. Same Kyle Busch up front. You went all the way to the back. Still don't know how you got back to the front at the end of this.
Yeah, it was a battle all night long, you know, but you can't count us out. You always got to bet on us with the BetMGM Camaro. So, you know, we use the outside on a lot of passes. Everybody would get bottled up on the bottom and start bumper tagging, and I just go around them on the outside. When you're deep in the field, you can kind of do some of that and work your way around. But overall, good to get back up to third. Could have gone second, but like Austin said, I let him go there. He was better than us in practice and was better than us in the beginning of the race there on the long run, so I thought he could have a shot of trying to get closer to the 19, and I'll push him through the 19 in order for us to get the 1-2, but never made it there.
Thanks, Kyle.
Dillon and Busch second and third. Bubba Wallace led 39 laps of this race, but finishes 22nd. Last car running at the checkered flag. Ryan Preece led the most laps in his debut in the number 41 for Stewart Haas Racing, leading 44 circuits, and Preece finished 7th tonight. A short drive with the checkered flag for Martin Truex, and we will have the medal ceremony. 16 caution flags. Wow. I mean, that's a lot. We had 5 last year. And for a while there, right after the halfway break, Tony, the cautions just kept coming and coming and coming and wouldn't stop.
Well, we knew it was going to be aggressive. We saw it last night in practice when it didn't pay anything. So you knew that it was going to be amped up today. And as these cars get closer in speed like that, we knew it was just going to become a more physical race than what we saw last year. And, you know, unfortunately, both the first half and the second half, a lot of cautions today.
And Clint, we saw a number of drivers be the fastest car on the track for a while.
Yeah, you know, a lot of setups, a lot of variations in setups. You saw setups that would take off on an early run 41 car. You know, he really took off on that last run, made some great adjustments, had some electrical issues that may be in a cause of it. We saw some bad mistakes and wrong moves on the choose cone rule. That really played a good role in this short track race. Neat rule that I love on, you know, when you have an atmosphere like this. But man, holy cow, you want to talk about, I guarantee you there's going to be some retaliation coming. You said notebooks. You keep those in a notebook. There's a lot of notebooks out there.
Absolutely wild. Full moon, short track Sunday night to get this 23rd season of NASCAR on Fox underway, as now Truex, Dillon, and Busch make their way up for the medal ceremony. That's something we've not seen because NASCAR's history has always been to celebrate the winner. There has been Kennedy of NASCAR up there for the medal ceremony, along with Boys and Girls Club of Carson, California's Youth of the Year winner, Daniela. She is the medal holder for this ceremony.
Well, it's cool that we have that, but there's only one winner. I mean, let's face it. There's only one winner, and I tell you what, those two. I think that if you're going to call a winner of a second to third place car, it's Richard Childress. He's on to a winning way and a winning combination with that driver lineup.
That's what I was going to say, is that I guarantee you those two guys that finished in second and third, I guarantee you they feel like this weekend was a win for that organization, and I think they've got a lot to look forward to.
A lot of momentum already. Speaking of momentum, we're just getting things going again. Being back up here in the booth, watching the boys do work, battling it out, it gets me so excited to start thinking about moving all of our focus on the Daytona 500, the big one, Tony.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, this is the off season just keeps getting shorter and shorter because of the work that's involved. But when you get here and you realize we're back at the racetrack, we're getting to watch the cars race, you get to see all the hard work that everybody's put into these cars over the winter. Now we get to go to Daytona and go for the biggest prize of all.
Well, you get your fill of NASCAR weeknights on FS1 with NASCAR Race Hub, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Coming up next Sunday on Fox, Super Bowl 57 from Glendale, Arizona, outside Phoenix. And then all of our Fox technicians and equipment head off for Daytona, where February 19th, we present the Daytona 500 with coverage starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Coming up next on Fox, your late local news, except on the West Coast. Congratulations to Martin Truex Jr., winner of the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum, runner-up Austin Dillon, and third-place finisher Kyle Busch.
It's called the birthplace of speed. Back then, it was the hard-packed sand that allowed for records to be broken. Today, it's the high banks and long straightaways. Not to mention, it's the dream of every driver and fan, offering a moment of glory that will extend well beyond 500 miles for years to come. We're still talking about the first one, and guarantee we'll be talking about this one. Here's to the Great American Race.